Hello. Today we're going to do the poem Freedom by Rabindranath Tagore. Right? So, Freedom is a typical Rabindranath Tagore poem in which the speaker defines the nature of the freedom he wishes his motherland to win. Now, India, the motherland, our motherland, has been under colonial rule. Right? So, what exactly is the type of freedom that the poet wishes India to win? Now, there are, hello, today I want to go over the poem Freedom by the poet laureate of India, that is the poet who wrote our national anthem, Rabindranath Tagore. Right? Tagore was one of the great freedom fighters, and he lived during the time of independence, right? So here in this poem, the poet specifies what sort of freedom he wishes the country to achieve, right? Now, freedom from the British was attained, right? We obtained freedom from the British, but there is another type of freedom which is inward, within the person, within an individual, that the poet wishes to attain. He wishes all Indians to attain personal freedom, right? Now, what does this personal freedom consist of? That is what is depicted in the poem. We obtained freedom from political power, but have we obtained freedom at an individual level? We as Indians, are we really free? And if we are not free, what exactly is it that is binding us, that is holding us down, that is stopping us from achieving our maximum potential, right? So, what exactly is the nature of freedom that the poet wishes India, or rather Indians as individuals, to attain, right? And so we'll read the poem. The poet says, freedom from fear is the freedom I claim for you, my motherland. Right? So, what is stopping us? What is hindering us? What is, keeping us down? It is the emotion, it is the feeling of fear. Right? Now, fear is a barrier. Right? Now, whenever we try to achieve something, whenever we try to do something even, right? We are beset with doubts. Can I do it? What will the other people think? And so on and so forth. There are any number of, associated ideas when we try to act, when we try to achieve something, right? So, what exactly is the type of freedom that the poet wishes Indians as individuals to attain? It is the freedom from fear, right? So we must be confident whenever we try to achieve something, right? 90% of our personality should consist of confidence. The other 10%, we should not say we'll be totally confident about what we're going to achieve, because that would be overconfidence, right? So we must have a certain amount of doubt in our minds. Okay, that doubt will help us to progress. Okay, so can I really achieve it? What is coming in the way? Looking at all those factors, right? Confidence plus a certain amount of minimal fear or anxiety about what to do, right? That is what the poet wishes us Indians to achieve, right? So the poet continues to explain the nature of fear, how it holds us down. He says, fear, the phantom demon, shaped by your own distorted dreams, right? So fear is a phantom demon. Fear is a feeling. It is like a phantom. It's like a spirit. Phantoms are ghosts, spirits in the mind, right? They're not real, right? Fear is the phantom demon. It is an emotion, right? It is a feeling. And why does this fear come about? Because of our own distorted dreams. See, if you have a particular thing you want to achieve, you should be pretty clear about it, right? And of course, you will also think about what the obstacles are, right, to achieving what you want to achieve. But if you have any number of dreams, I want to be this, I want to do that, I want to go here, I want to go there, right? If you have a number of dreams, those dreams will be distorted, they'll be twisted. So, because of our own unclear goals, which we have set in our mind, because of our own lack of clarity in our goals, fear enters, right? So, if we want to achieve something, it's a straight line, almost like a straight line. This is point A, beginning, and these are the stops we're going to make, and that will be point B, destination, right? And these are the things that may come in the way, right? It's like taking a journey, right? So you start at a point, you start at a starting point, right? You stop along the way until you reach your destination. So, like that, you can say, I may run out of fuel, something else may happen. So, I have to take care of those factors, right? So, just as you plan a journey, you can plan your the path you want to take in life, right? More or less, it will be the same, right? So, freedom from the burden of ages. Now, the burden of ages. India is a country which is 10,000 years old, maybe more, right? If the Vedas were written 6,000 years ago, that means there must have been thousands of years of civilization before that. Because you can't immediately speak of something like the Vedas immediately. As soon as man becomes civilized, he cannot speak of something like the Vedas. To speak of God, to speak of, so many deities, right, goddesses, and so on and so forth. It's not possible unless you have civilization going on for a long time. So 6,000 plus, let's say, 4,000, around 10,000-year-old country. So throughout that period, it has been, as we know, within our living memory, we have been ruled by the British, and before that, we've been ruled by the Mughals, and they have all influenced our culture and our country. So all this is like a burden. So what is the true Indian, true India, right? That is difficult to define. So we must remove the burden of the ages, the influence of many different factors, right? Bending your head. What does the country do? What do the countrymen do? What do the Indians do? They bend their head, right? In humility before foreign powers, right? Bending your head, breaking your back. Now they undertake a lot of toil. Toil means extremely hard work, right? You know that 90% of the country is known as, India is known as the land of villages, right? And the work of the farmer is not easy, right? The work of the farmer is extremely difficult, right? So it is like toil, it's like back-breaking labor. That is what India has been is now, right? It's breaking its back, blinding your eyes into the beckoning call of the future. The future beckons, like it asks us to move forward. It calls us to move forward, tells us to move forward. But what do? We blind our eyes. We do not see our future. We do not see our future as a country. We do not see our future as individuals, right? So, freedom from shackles of slumber, wherewith you fasten yourself to night stillness. So, what is the option? The option is to go to sleep. Sleep is a very pleasurable activity, right? So, instead of going through all these problems, distorted dreams, fear, right? Twisted goals, right? Instead of going through all this, as individuals, we prefer to go to sleep, right? But that sleep, while it's pleasurable, it is also addictive, right? So, India as a country, Indians as a people, Indians as individuals, they are sleeping, right? And that sleep is like a shackle. Shackle is like a handcuff, like when you bind your wrist with the handcuff, when the police bind the wrist with the handcuff, it is like that. Slumber is like a shackle, it's like a handcuff, right? So we sleep at night. So at night it's very still. So we prefer to, while away the time instead of working, instead of spending our time fruitfully in some labor. We prefer to postpone it, procrastinate. Postponing means procrastination, right? And we do so many things, right? Mistrusting the star that speaks of truth's adventurous path. So the stars which guide us on our path in life, we mistrust those stars. And when we undertake any path in life, whenever we undertake any journey in life, whenever we try to achieve our own particular goals, it may be like an adventure, right? Certainly, just as you have adventures, when you go through some unknown country, right? Like that, our journey of life may also be like the adventures, right? And that is truth's adventurous path, right? So we base our actions, we base our thoughts, we base our everything, life on truths. We cannot base them on a lie. For example, you people have to base your facts or your life on the facts of your subjects, right? You cannot base it on something imaginary, right? So the more you find out, the more it becomes like an adventure, right? So in life also, you base your life on truths, and that path which we undertake in life may be adventurous, but at least they'll be dependable, right? It may be adventurous, but it will be dependable. You can rely on that, right? Just as you rely on the facts of your textbook, you can rely on certain other truths, right? To take you through life, right? So, freedom from the anxiety of destiny. Destiny is the future, and everybody is worried what will happen in the future. So, the poet wants us to attain freedom from the anxiety of destiny, whose sails are weakly yielded to blind, uncertain winds. Right? As we sail along life's path, as we sail, right? The winds that blow, the things that may happen, the chance occurrences that may occur, that may happen, right? They are uncertain. They're like the uncertain winds that blow on the ocean that may steer a sailing ship off course. So we may also be blown off course, right? So this journey of life, right? It is uncertain, but we can make it adventurous, right? And the helm we yield to a hard hand, ever rigid, cold as death, right? And certainly, whoever is guiding us, whatever is guiding us, whether it's the stars, whether it's God or something, he will not let up, right? He will not give us respite. He will make us work. He will make us realize our potential through the obstacles he puts up, right? So we must look upon all problems as opportunities, right? If we overcome them, then there lies the treasure, right? So the journey may be uncertain, the winds may blow this side and that, so many things may happen, but we should preserve the true course of our life, right? Freedom from the insult of dwelling in a puppet's world. So, certainly, when we were under the British, we were like puppets. We did whatever we were told. So, the poet wants us to get freedom from that puppet's world where movements are started through brainless wires, right? How do the messages come through brainless? So somebody wants us to, we don't see any meaning in that, but we have to do that, right? Repeated through mindless habits where figures wait with patient obedience for a master of show to be stirred into a moment's mimicry of life. So what do we like? We are like, right? we are like automatons. We are like robots. We don't do anything. What do we wait for? Whom do we wait for? We wait for a leader to come and animate us, right? We cannot do anything on our own, right? So we want someone to lead us. We want someone to guide us. And that activity which results from the direction of the leader is like a moment's imitation of life, right? We are like robots who wish to be guided, right? So so we want to be free of having a leader. We want to act on our own. We want to be independent, right? So freedom from all these things is what the poet wishes us to attain in life. Okay? Thank you.